All right, and we are back. So, when we last left off, we had spoken to the Dryad and gotten the ingredients to. Let's kill this guy. Where's our magic guy? Very low. That's fine. We had gotten the ingredients to a potion to remove enchantments. However, we hadn't actually spoken to the healer about it yet, who is the person that will actually help us to brew said potion. So let's go have that conversation now. 3 silver coins. No one ever has any real money. Midday, okay. So we'll see what our friend the healer has to say. And then we will do some more exploring. Come on in. You tell the healer that you have been to visit the Dryad of the Woods and that she gave you a magic acorn and told you the formula for a potion to dispel enchantments. So you have the Dryad, that's nice. She does keep the forest around here healthy. So that's how to make a dispel potion, is it? Thanks for letting me know. Talk to her, and... Yes, yes. Oh, I thought we asked her. Oh, maybe it's just every time that we give her a component of the potion, she'll tell us what she still needs. Let's head over in this direction. So we haven't really been over to this part of the world before. Let's see how this goes. Actually, let's do this. Okay. And hopefully this goes well. Looks like we're going to be doing just fine. This is our first Saurus that we have killed. They do not have any treasure. So we can see some snow on the ground here. So we'll see what's over there. Survey says, ooh, interesting. Far from the frost field fares forth this fighter. Hunger has hurled me hither from home. My name it is known in the Northlands as Braugi. Barter with blades clash or bargain with me. So we can either make a bargain with him or he will attack us with his blade. Given the fact that he is a giant, I feel like that will go poorly. So let's chat. Braugi. Braugi I be, to boast of my boldness, strong as the storm that sends forth the snow, fiercer in fighting than foes in their fury. Fear now this frost giant, fighter and flee. I really don't feel like doing all these rhymes, but I will. Northlands. Far from the frost field fares forth this fighter. Hunger has hurled me hither from home. Okay, so he's hungry. We already said that. Bargain. Find me some fruit for to mellow my mead horn. Gift I will give of a gem that now glows. Ah, what a surprise. We were looking for a gem that glows. Jewel from Jotunheim, flare of the frost flame. Fetch to me fruit that will fill up my fists. Looks like it will take a lot of fruit to fill up those fists. So we need to bring him a bunch of fruit. High point of harvest, the finest of flavor, apples or oranges, peaches or pears. Oh, what a surprise. We were just talking to that centaur about the fact that his daughter Hildy sells fruit in town. So we'll have to stop in there. Mead. Mead is the mother's milk, mighty yet mellow, that brings joy to giants and madness to men. Glow of the frost flame that fills up the night field, a jewel that is flawless, the finest of gems. Fancy. Bargain hunger. Hollow my food house, for my hunt has been hindered by having to hurry here from my home. Okay. Fiercer than frost's bite, my fury is fearless, my axe it is edged as is the ice. This warrior is willing to wield now the war drum, the battle axe blazes and bellows for blood. Yeah, if you try and fight him, you lose. So, we need to get some fruit for this fine gentleman. Before we do that, I want to see if we can generate a certain encounter. Actually, there's two that I would like to pop up. This is a dead end. There's the first one. Seems to be a fox north of the road. Hello, little fox. Oh, my bad. Hi. My foot is caught in this cruel trap, and I am in great pain. Surely you can take a minute to set me free. Well, it would be rude not to. Free the fox. And he says, in exchange for your kindness, I will give you some advice and a bit of information. First of all, sometimes pays off to be polite even to rude people. Keep that in mind. As for the amusing tidbit, Baba Yaga put an enchantment on the Baron's daughter some years back. To break the spell, you need to talk to the Dryad. Au revoir. Ta-ta for now. Be seeing you. So, I guess theoretically we should have run into him for the Dryad. Oh well. And I will walk this path one last time, just in case. Yeah, well. There's a random event that can occur as you're walking there, but it does not always occur. Oops. So just south of here is where Braugi the frost giant was, and now if we go this way, now we see more snow, and what is this? A very long path. The road seems to wind forever up the mountain. You have to check and make sure that you're not particularly low on stamina before doing this, because I believe it can kill you. A sign appears. It reads, Willkommen auf Zauberberg. Another sign appears. It reads, Trespassers will be towed, spelled incorrectly. Or is it incorrect? And as we come up, could it be a bottle of purple salad dressing? And if you click on this a number of times, you get a different little thing every time. Looks like a cross between a castle and an angry purple rhinoceros. And that's it. Feel as though you have just scaled the Matterhorn in full armor. What a climb. You can see all of Spielberg Valley from here. Seems like a missed opportunity to have some kind of view where you get a turn around, get a nice picture of everything in the valley, but oh well. After you catch your breath, you see that you have reached the rather eccentric-looking house that you saw from below. There's an ugly gargoyle above the entrance. Hello, Mr. Gargoyle. Stand fast. He who would the wizard see first must answer questions 3. What is your name? Pudentame. Ask me again, and I'll tell you the same. I am King Graham Cracker, Elvis's Ghost, and Gunga Din. So these 3 questions, obviously a reference to Monty Python's Quest for the Holy Grail. King Graham is a reference to the King's Quest games. What is your quest? If you answer any of these wrong, he sends you down to the base of the mountain and you have to climb again. I want to be a wizard, which is somewhat true. I seek the Holy Grail, obviously again a reference to Monty Python. I want to be rich and handsome, to dream the impossible dream, to fight the unbeatable foe. No, it's called I want to be a hero. What is the meaning of life, the universe, and everything? So this is a reference to Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. Life is but a dream. Life is just a bowl of cherries. Know what to kiss and when, and I don't know. So you put some deep thought into the question, eh? The wizard will see you now. Go directly to the tower. Do not dally. So we walk in, and you can look around at things, but if you try and... this room is full of odds and ends and stuff. The wizard must be a real character. We can look at things, but if we try to touch anything or go in any of these other hallways, we will be booted. And while we are in here, we'll have conversation with our new friend. Come in and sit down. Fenris, our guest has arrived. Cheese, please. Fenris Fenris levitates the cheese to himself. Ah, since you are a practitioner of the magical arts, you might be interested in a little game I have. Do you know the spell open? Yes. Do you know fetch? Yes. Ah, do you know flame dart? Yes. Ah, good, good. Now, all you have to know is the spell trigger. I don't suppose you know that spell, do you? The answer is no, we do not. Ah, I believe I gave a learning scroll to the hermit. You'll have to talk to him about it. So we'll have to find this hermit. Now, this is much improved over the initial version, in that Erasmus would sit here and constantly drink his coffee, and anytime he was in the process of lifting the cup to his mouth or sitting it down, you couldn't ask a question, and there was a split second after he would put it down when you could start to talk to him, before he would tell you a joke, and this whole process used to take forever. Erasmus, I am a wizard of some renown. Okay? Oh, and there we go. Fenris, what am I, some sort of object? Am I invisible or something that you talk about me behind my back in front of my face? Sheesh, no respect. Obviously a Rodney Dangerfield reference. It's hard to take anyone very seriously who wears such a ridiculous hat. Do you know the difference between a wounded Triceratops and a magic user casting the fly spell? So Erasmus constantly tells you these jokes. If you tell him that you know the answer to all his jokes, he will eventually get bored of you and kick you out of the tower. One is a raging saurus, and the other is a soaring magus. Figured one was a dying lizard, and the other was a flying wizard. Fair enough. Sorry, Fenris, but he who tells the jokes gets to make up the punchlines. Let's talk about magic. Magic be the loot of life. Play on. Quote was music, not magic, and it was food, not loot. How about magic makes the world go round? Money makes the world go round. Oh. Very well then, put it in my own words. Magic is the essence and the soul of life, and the wizard is her poet. Well said, Erasmus. Actually, it was Merlin who first said that, but he used the term magician and not wizard. Fenris, there are times when you would look better as a newt. Why? Because newts can't talk. Ooh, and he says neither can rats. Let's hear about the other magic users. Zara has a real flair for the dramatic, theatric, whatever. Her entrance at the magic shop is a bit showy, but effective. It's a pity she has no sense of humor. Just because she doesn't laugh at your jokes doesn't mean that she lacks a sense of humor. It just means she has good taste. Yaga is good at curses and shape-changing spells. She has a nasty temper and doesn't believe in safe hex, so it's best to stay on her good side. You have to watch her. She cheats at cards. So do you. She started at first. Besides, I wanted her to get a taste of her own medicine. Shame she still beats you. Curses. Curse Baba Yaga placed upon Baron von Spielberg was a fine example of creative cursing. Upon von Spielberg and all his clans. Now we get to hear the actual words of the curse. This the curse I now demand. What I will shall come full measure, so shall ye lose all that ye treasure. That part we have heard before. Of course, the problem is that for every curse, there is an equal and opposite counter curse. Maybe this is the part we really need here. Counter curse is a cure for a curse. It usually works against the one who cast the curse in the first place. Counter curse for the curse of the Baron goes, come a hero from the east. That's us. Free the man from in the beast. So, we have to free a man from in the beast. Bring the child from out the band. Drive the cursor from the land. So those appear to be our three main tasks in the game. So to break the curse, the hero must get rid of Baba Yaga in addition to all of the other things. It does not reflect well on Baba Yaga. Nothing reflects well upon that ogress. She has a face that would break anything but a magic mirror. Capital letters seems important. There are many types of magic mirrors. One of the more common types is the one that has a strange face popping up every so often. Reminds me of the one in the master bedroom. That's not magical. No, but it does have a very strange face peering from it whenever you are in the room. Oh, Erasmus and Fenris. At any rate, I used to have a nice magic hand mirror I misplaced around here somewhere. It could be used to reflect a spell back upon the caster. Sounds useful. So, if you happen upon a small, golden magic mirror with a dragon handle on it, you'll know it's mine. Interesting. Dragon handle. Golden mirror with a dragon handle. It was the flagon with a dragon. The mirror had a leer. Oh, that's right. Well, if you find any magic mirror with faces on it, you'll know it reflects spells. Good to know. After curses. Curses. Arana. Never met her. I only built this vacation home here a century ago. Arana has a nice little magic meadow in her name, northwest of here. Pretty respectable spellcaster, I imagine. Protection spell she cast over the town is fairly good, but I believe she missed a few places. You're just jealous because the only thing anyone named after you was a soft drink. I thought that Erasmus Razzle Dazzle Root Beer was a wonderful name for a product. It's a shame the company went broke afterwards. Protection spell. We've heard a little about this from Zara already. Arana's spell prevents the use of excessive violence or hostile magic within Spielberg's walls, with the exception of a couple of places. Looks to me as if she missed the back alley, or the back part of the alley, so we'll look into that. And the spell only applies to areas in town above ground. That we won't find out about. That's only for thieves. Pretty shoddy, if you ask me. Nobody asked you. Places, protection spell, Arana, spellcasters. Basically, anyone who uses magic is a magic user. Anyone who casts spells is a spellcaster. However, to be a wizard, you need to have undergone initiation into the Wizards Institute of Technology in the land of Shapir. This is one of the points when, as you move forward in the series, you see just how well mapped out they had the series. Certain changes were made as they went, but clearly they knew a lot of things that they were planning on doing in future installments. Magicians and sorcerers are wizards who specialize. I myself strive to master all aspects of magic, unlike those narrow-minded specialists. You wouldn't want to lose your amateur standing, after all. I prefer to think of myself as a dilettante. I think that's how it said. Does that mean that you tease pickles? Okay. Initiation. You need to complete your quest here before you can become initiated as a wizard. And spells. It is important for a magic user to know as many spells as possible. You never know just what might come in handy. And as the series goes on, you get a lot more spells. There's magic. Let's ask about the brigands. They are supposed to have a warlock working with them. From what I've seen, he's more a nincompoop than a necromancer. Nincompoop. He laughs too much when he casts his spells. That's because his jokes are funnier than yours. The only thing I've seen the brigand warlock cast is sneezing powder. Necromancer. Isn't that the vampire who fell in love with throats? No, that's a necromancer. A necromancer is a magic user who has a rather unsavory relationship with corpses. We may have dealings with some necromancers later on. Doesn't that mean a necromancer has ghoul friends? It means a necromancer is someone who deals with the undead. Canasta with cadavers and spades with shades, eh? Last one. Mages. Maze. Just a little something to challenge the mind and magic with that I like to play every now and again. Fenris isn't much of a challenge anymore. That's because I always win. I think you're cheating somehow. Anyway, the game involves casting 4 spells: Flame, Dart, Open, Fetch, and Trigger. And to make it worth your while, if you beat me, I'll teach you a new spell called Dazzle. Once we have all 4 spells and have a little more mana, we will come back and challenge him to learn this new spell of Dazzle. Sure. That spell lets you open things with a mere gesture. If you're really good at it, you can open locks, useful when you lose your keys. Your keys are in the study under the skull. Why would they be there? They're skeleton keys, aren't they? So many puns. Fetch. Fetch is a useful spell for catching and retrieving small objects, good for putting things in their place. Like uppity familiars. I put you in your place, but I'm above such things. Besides, my place is above your reach. Trigger. Trigger is used to set off an existing spell. If a chest has a magical trap on it, you can set the trap off by casting a trigger spell. Just make sure you're out of range of the trap. Fair enough. I can set up other spells and let someone else trigger them. I fixed Henry the Hermit's key for him so that he can do a lot of magic with only one spell. Let's hear about our hermit. Henry is a hermit who lives by the Flying Falls. Interesting. Flying Falls. I have to come back to that. To the south, great sense of humor. That means he actually laughs at Erasmus's jokes, which most people do not. I think he borrowed something last time I saw him, but I can't remember exactly what it was. Oh well, Henry's a great one to talk to. But he hardly ever happens to have much to say. We'll see what that means later. And a trap. Magical traps are a good way to keep thieves out of your chests and other places. Put a fire trap on a chest, and when someone goes to open it, it goes up in smoke. To keep that in mind, you can put a trap on a chest. Just so long as you don't forget about it and try to open the chest yourself. I only got a little singe the last time, and I think that was Dazzle. Now that's a spell with charm. True name is Erasmus Razzle Dazzle, by the way. You cast the spell, and anyone looking directly at its coruscating light is blinded for a while and can't do anything. Cool. And talk to Fenris. Fenris, what's there to say? For a rat, I'm a really great guy. Although, for such a great guy, you're really a rat. Erasmus is my familiar. Isn't that the other way around? Familiar is my Erasmus? Well, I've always found Erasmus to be overly familiar. No, I mean, aren't you my familiar? Tisk tisk, all these years and you still don't know. Do you know what you get when a Tyrannosaurus running 25 miles per hour eastward meets another Tyrannosaurus running 15 miles per hour westward? No. Tyrannosaurus Rex. Okay, so we've talked to them about everything. We cannot play Mage's Maze yet, and I don't care to hear the remainder of his jokes. So we will try to walk out, and then... Not in my house, you don't. Poof. And now we're home. Okay, maybe we'll see what time it is. Mid-afternoon. Okay. Let's build our stamina back up a little. Oh, okay. There's going to be a guy. Let's see if it's... I don't feel like dealing with the brigand. So, we will head back to the other part of the forest. And what do we want to do now? Actually, yeah, I think we'll end this video for now. And we will come back next time. We'll sleep first. Okay. Alright, so we'll save it here. Okay. And, like I said, we'll see you next time.